Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be continuing from where we left off, and yeah, we are in the final parts of Pokemon Black 2, and yeah, today, well, okay, I do not know if we can finish off the entirety of Team Plasma in this episode, but we should be able to get most of it done in this episode. So from the next one, we should be able to focus towards the Victory Road, and then eventually the Pokemon League, which is the final goal of Pokemon games. But anyways, okay, so first we need to come to this place, which is the Giant Chasm, which is where the Team Plasma's ship went, as we heard from in the last episode from Cheren. But anyways, okay, yeah, this is still active. Unfortunately, I just realized one of the biggest mistakes I have made in this entire run, if I can be honest, and that is that I leveled up Magnezone above level 47. I will explain why that was a mistake, and that would probably bite me in the ass later down the line, but I mean, to be honest, it still can not bite me in the ass if I get a little bit lucky over here, but anyways. Okay, so first, yeah, somebody's gonna distract these guys so that, we can progress through. By the way, this place is blocked before you go to Route 21 and deal with the Team Plasma ship in Route 21. So, yeah. Now, however, this guy comes to open us, but anyways, or open the path for us. But anyways, okay, I think we can get the Ice Beam TM from this place if I had brought a Pokemon with strength with me. Though, to be honest, the Ice Beam TM doesn't really help me in this particular area, so yeah, I think for now I will just ignore it and yeah, progress to this area over here, which is the plains of the the Giant Chasm, as I remember. But anyway, wait a second. He said he wants to talk to them so his old allies won't get hurt. Oh yeah, so now the old Team Plasma is trying to convince their fellow team members over here, which did not decided not to listen to listen to Lord N, and instead decided to side with Ghetsis. But anyway, well, that didn't work. Hey! My god. Let me through. What are you saying? Looking to get hurt? I'm going to get a stolen Pokemon back. I'm not gonna listen to villains like you. Rude. Ex-Team Plasma or ex-Team Plasma. Why do you have Pokemon by your side? To protect what's important to you, right? Even if your precious Pokemon get hurt, even if your ideals are damaged, the time to fight is now. You're just a kid. Quit trying to act so cool. Whatever, nobody's getting close to the Plasma Frigade. Wipe them all out. And of course, these nuts, as usual, take the other one. Okay, my god, I'm not gonna lie, there are several things wrong with that sentence, but oh well, I guess this is what we're doing in this entire episode, huh? Technically, there are I would say 3 main boss fights, if you want to say it like that, though there's only really 2, if I can be honest. So yeah, I think we'll at least get one of those 2. The final one I will get on the next episode, but okay, should I keep? I think this Weezing just wants to explore, so let's just see if we can get a flinch on this guy. Also, didn't I give Excadrill a Steel Gem? Well, doesn't matter, because yeah, if we get flinches, then yeah, it's all good. By the way, the reason why I didn't click Earthquake is because Weezing has freaking Levitate as its ability, so yeah, Earthquake is useless against it. However, it's not useless against Muk, which cannot levitate, so yeah, easy dub. But anyways, okay, those were easy so far. But anyways, okay, oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the fact that my Pokemon are leveling up this quickly, but hopefully we can, do this with as minimal trainers as possible. But anyways, Max Revives, wow, what a useful item for a freaking Nuzlocke, my dude. But anyways, okay, my god, even more Stoogies have arrived. But luckily we don't have to worry about them, because now that ex-Team Plasma member have decided to fight these guys for us, so yeah, we can just freaking move on. Alright, well, that's pretty good, but anyways. Yeah, you know what, they speak of this Lord N so much, and yet this N guy has never made an appearance in this game. Well, provided that the weird voice we heard in the Chargestone Cave didn't belong to N, but I'm just speculating on that one. I'm not really sure if that's N or not, but anyways. Okay, I think I should probably try to get my encounter here only, because I messed it up at this point, so it's not guaranteed, which, okay, to be honest, even with the strat that I wanted to use, it wasn't guaranteed, but it was very well likely to be my encounter. So yeah, unfortunately leveling up Magnezone to level 47 has definitely screwed me over. Technically I could still... Actually, you know what? That probably gives me a better chance of encountering the Pokemon that I want. So you know what? Yeah, screw getting a level 47 Pokemon and, you know, getting a potentially awful Pokemon. Instead, what I think we should do is go into Double Grass over here and then have Magnezone as one of my lead Pokemon. And I think the other lead Pokemon I can have is Ferrothorn, because I don't think either of these two Pokemon are threatened too much by anything basically in this route. And I messed up because I was supposed... Okay, you know what? I'm not playing very well. Alright, well, never freaking mind. So the Pokemon that I wanted from this place was a freaking Metang, which we could have gotten had I kept a level 47 Magnezone. Because, yeah, Magnezone, as I explained when I was trying to catch Pawniard, yeah, its ability Magnet Pull makes it so that only Steel-type Pokemon appear on a particular route. Or, like, not guaranteed, but very likely that a Steel-type Pokemon on that route will be our encounter. So yeah, I was planning to use that for Metang, because Metang and Ditto are the only two Pokemon that can, you know, spawn in this one route over here at level 47. So yeah, if I had a... Oh wait, I've named it Moon rather than Moon Nut. Okay, you know what? Maybe this is a bad time to do a freaking boss fight, if I can be honest, because if I'm playing this sloppy, yeah, God only knows what kind of things I'm gonna do when the boss fights for Team Plasma come, but... Oh well, anyways, Metagross could have been useful, but maybe it wasn't. I'm not even sure, if I can be honest. I just wanted Metagross for one of the Elite Four members because it looks pretty useful there. Though how useful it actually is, I'm not too sure. So yeah, I guess I can just forget about getting a Pseudo Legend in this you know, game, because yeah, that was the only one I could have gotten. But anyways. Alright, so now moving on, yeah, let's go to the Plasma Frigade, and yeah, this time we will be going towards this area over here, which was blocked last time. Okay, so far as I remember, there's a freaking sneak double fight over here, or whatever you want to call it. Honestly, how has 3 Pokemon hit like level 41, not like 51 at this point? My god. Okay, well, I guess if I had to lead with anybody, I'd lead with Magnezone then. Though far as I know, this is a double fight that is about to happen, right? Yeah, this over here. Knave, I do ambush thee. What? Okay, you've been ambushed. Oh yeah, big surprise, I got ambushed. You have to really tell me that, huh? Because I have 0 IQ. Okay guys, I'm not gonna lie, I know I have been doing some 0 IQ plays this entire episode, but come on man, don't insult my intelligence like that, dude, come on. But anyways, okay, I guess the only way I can redeem myself is by, you know, murdering these 2 children over here, but anyways, okay. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I might actually skip this fight now that I think about it, because it took pretty long and there was really not much to show, if I can be honest. But anyways, yeah, by the way, this is something even Butters and Arcade Cosmo even asked during their series on Pokemon games, is that should I show all of the trainer fights in these games? I think I've currently shown every single fight anyway, but that's because I've skipped most of them. But okay, you don't fight me, right, far as I remember? Yeah, this guy doesn't fight me. He just is standing strong over here saying that, you know, yeah, I need a passcode and a freaking key card in order to get past this place. I'm pretty sure this guy is skippable, right? Yeah. In fact, most of these trainers are skippable. But anyway, now we have to do this stupid pipe puzzle. And the annoying thing about this place is that, what do you call it? These places are like, you know, so the problem is that we need to beat up these grunts until we find the grunt that has the key card with them. Unfortunately, every time you play this game, that trainer changes. So in one of your playthroughs, the trainer would be completely different from the one that is on your next playthrough or something like that. So yeah, that is definitely annoying, but not much I can do about that, I suppose. Anyways, let me just give that to Magnezone, and do I give Quick Claw to Ferrothorn? I'm not gonna be wrong, going first would absolutely help a lot, especially when we are clicking Iron Head, but I think the better item is always either Leftovers or Rocky Helmet. So where's my Rocky Helmet again? It shouldn't be this low, right? Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, I should probably start moving useless items away from my actually useful items over here that I actually want to use. But anyways, okay, where's the doctor over there? Isn't there supposed to be a doctor trainer over here somewhere? Unfortunately, these items over here are, what do you call it? Yeah, they're not the key cards that we're looking for. We actually have to beat up one of these trainers and then just hope that the one we pick is the one that has the key card. Okay, there's the doctor that I was looking for. Okay, my god, this trainer suddenly moved too fast. But anyway, okay, we don't need that over here. But anyway, yeah, let me just deal with this doctor over here, because yeah, if you beat this guy, you can come back to him and get your Pokemon healed from him, which is definitely useful. It also helps the fact that he only has these weak-ass Pokemon over here, which, as I know, I don't think Levani learns anything that can threaten my Magnezone, so yeah, I'm just free to Flash Cannon this thing to death. So not gonna lie, Swords Dance is always scary. But do let me know whether you would like me to, you know, skip some of these trainer fights, because yeah, I think many trainer fights should be mandatory in the Victory Road as well, and they're not really anything worth showing, if I can be honest. Okay, Hyper Potion. My god, how bulky is Levani's, you know, because when I was doing my calcs for the Marlin gym fight, yeah, Levani was taking too much damage even from Scald, which is a resisted move, by the way. But anyways, okay, yeah, we finally hit the roll over there, so that's pretty cool. Also, oh my god, I forgot I gave the XP share to Magnezone. Never freaking mind. Alright, well, that is definitely not cool, but anyways, okay. Alright, now that we had this doctor over here to heal our Moose PP, I think now I can safely use Heracross. But anyways, okay, let's deal with you, see if you are the one with the key card. Alright, I have to guess that it has to be this trainer over there, right? Yeah, she's not. So that trainer over there also wasn't, what do you call it, detecting me as soon as I got close to him. But he didn't even fight me, he was just mocking me. But yeah, this is the one. I have what you want. But if you want it, you know, don't you? Battle me. Oh my god, I thought you were about to tell me to kiss you or something like that. Okay, obviously I'm joking, but I'm not sure what kind of dialogue that was. But anyways. And of course, we have to beat up some little Pokemon which should have evolved at this point, like what, 14 levels ago? Alright, dude, I have no idea what these stupid Team Plasma Grunts are doing, if I can be honest. Anyways, it just makes my job easier, I suppose. But yeah, with that long ass. Okay, Zangoose, huh? I'm not gonna lie, this Pokemon can be a bit of a threat, if I can be honest, because this does learn what do you call it, close combat, as far as I know. But that's a move tutor move. I don't think Zangoose learns it normally. And Zangoose is pretty frail, so it should probably just die to Earthquake. Well, especially if the Earthquake is a crit, that is. But yeah, anyways, also, by the way, I fought almost every single optional trainer over here to, you know, get this stupid key card, so that absolutely sucked, because yeah, now my Pokemon are super over leveled. And yeah, don't worry about the password. Pretty much everybody, because over here, when you know, beat the trainers that do not have the key card, they tell you a little bit of a hint about what the password is. And honestly, not gonna lie, I only needed one, what do you call it, hint in order to tell what the password was. Not that I even needed that, if I can be honest. That's also being generous, and also, oh my god.
A few moments later.
Alright, here we are, and yeah, there's a device. It seems to be for entering a password. Will you enter the password? Yeah, and the password is the box art legend of the previous game's opposite version. So yeah, this is a password right here. I guess the only problems that, or the only people who will be having problem with this one is those who did not play the previous game, or those who did not talk to that one NPC that actually showed us the, what do you call it, dex entries for Zekrom and Reshiram. So yeah, but anyways, so now there should be the final Zinzolin fight in this area, right? Yeah, there we go. He's coming here to gloat, gloat on us one last time. So yeah, let's deal with Zinzolin, and then we can deal with the main boss of this ship at the very least. Because there's one more boss fight in Team Plasma after this, but that I'll probably do on the next episode. Because that one will probably take some planning to do. To be honest, I should probably plan for the Colress Fight as well that is coming up, but oh well, too late for, having second doubts at this point. So to be honest, there's really not much to it, if I can be honest. But okay, I'm not gonna lie, the only thing scary about using close combat is that it drops both your defenses, so yeah, I wasn't scared from the first Cryogonal over here because, hey man, it's not like the Cryogonal can one-shot me with an Ice Beam because Heracross has good special defense. The second one can definitely be scary if he doesn't die over here, though he really should just die. Yeah, as I thought. Anyway, so the next Pokemon is Weavile, as we have seen at this point, and Weavile is faster than my Heracross. And because my Heracross is -2 defense, a Ice Punch from this thing would pretty much kill me. So, yeah, it's probably time to switch to that one Pokemon that, is not threatened at all by a Weavile. So, yeah, let's see what he does. Slash. Okay, yeah, that probably would have KO'd me as well, but, well, especially if it crits, that is. But anyways, yeah, Weavile doesn't really have anything to use against my Magnezone, so yeah, we're just safe over here. I do not know if Zinzolin uses any items in challenge mode, because there are some items, like some trainers that, put items on their Pokemon, but yeah, okay, Zinzolin does not use any items. Or if he was using something, we do not know. But anyways, okay, so once we beat him, now we can deal with the final boss fight of this ship over here. But before that, actually, let me just heal myself with that doctor only. And yeah, then I'll come back. Alright, I am back, and yeah, I think I'm as prepared as possible. Unfortunately, we can't return to that doctor without resetting this entire area, which I don't want to do. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and fight. Yep, I accidentally, spoiled his name over here, but yeah, that's the boss over here, Colress, who we have fought, I think, twice in this game. But yeah, this is the third time we fight him, and here we learn that he's actually working for Team Plasma. And he basically is still crazy at this point, saying that he would do anything to learn how to bring out the true power of Pokemon. So he now really wants to test whether Team Plasma's methods work or our method work. Well, I guess the only way to find that out is, the only way we know how to do it. Alright, and by the way, this Colress fight is no joke. This time he will actually bring a decent Pokemon team, if I can be honest. Too bad this team, from what I remember, has a massive weakness to ground types. Specifically, the ground type that also resists normal type moves as well. So yeah, Excadrill is pretty good for this fight. But anyways, okay, so first we have Magneton. I don't think this Magneton has Magnet Pull. I think both... okay, never mind. Yeah. So both Magneton and he also has a Magnezone on his team as well, which also has... Sturdy as its ability. Does Colress use potions? I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember, if I can be honest. Okay, yeah, he does use potions. So that's actually good, because we want him to use this, potion BS on these Pokemon. We don't want him to use it on something like, which is much more dangerous later down the line. But anyways, for this, I think we can just finish him off with Iron Head. Now that I think about it, that's probably what I should do first. I should click Iron Head first to flinch these guys and then go for the killing move Earthquake. Though this isn't a problem for every single Pokemon here. But anyway, he brings out his Magnezone next. So this Magnezone has an issue where the Magnezone has Explosion. But luckily, if we just flinch it, then that we don't have to actually deal with that. So I think in one of my series, I was watching one of my episodes before, and yeah, I was trying to explain how Explosion AI works. So the way it works is that while for the most part, trainers would only click the move that either does the most damage or, a move that they see a killing move with. However, for moves like Explosion, even though Explosion might be killing a Pokemon, the AI will not go for Explosion unless it sees that the Explosion, it's a completely chance-based thing about Explosion. So how it works is that it looks at the HP of the user of the Explosion, and depending on what HP the user of Explosion has, the chance of clicking Explosion increases or decreases. So Magnezone at full health has about only a 5% chance to click Explosion. But if you bring him to yellow health, he has a 50% chance to click Explosion. And, okay, oh my god, Excadrill is, flinching Pokemon's right, left, and, center. Oh my god. Never forget mind, this fight is becoming even more of a joke than I thought it would be. But anyways, yeah, so that's how it works. If you're... okay, my Stoutland became level 53. Yeah, I need to be careful that I cannot level up anything beyond level 54, because the level cap for me, for the Elite Four, is level 54. And the Elite Four themselves will have a level 62 Pokemon on their team. At least their Ace will be level 62. I think their normal Pokemon will be level 58, but that's a problem we can deal with sometime later. But anyways, so with that, we have dealt with the boss of Team Plasma. I think in this game he is the boss of Team Plasma because the actual boss has for some reason decided to not take the leadership role for some reason. He's just sitting back and waiting for Team Plasma to just do what he wants them to do. So yeah, Colress is just the acting boss of this place and we had just dealt with him. But anyway, so the next fight, I think there are only like 2 or 3 fights after this, and okay, who are all at level 53? So this guy is on level 53, right? I'm not gonna lie, Stoutland has been a pretty useful Pokemon, so I would hate for it to actually hit the Elite 4 level cap right now. Should I do the Shadow Triad triple boss fight right now only? Because I think I can incorporate it in this episode. I plan to end it right here, but okay, you know what? I probably won't even show the majority of this episode if I can be honest. So I think we'll at least give it a try. But anyways, okay, in order for us to do that, we first need to freaking don this over here and put Magnezone on the lead. And yeah, this guy obviously gets scared of us once we, show him that we have essentially dealt with all, the Team Plasma's boss. But anyway, there's the actual boss of Team Plasma. That blasted Colress. The fool is far too committed to pure science. This is how he repays me for making him the boss of Team Plasma? How dare he put his personal intellectual curiosity before our ultimate mission of conquering Unova? How fortunate for you. Few get to be the sole audience member for one of my speeches. Oh yeah, because those things were so much fun in Black and White 1. Okay, to be fair, we only see like 2 of those speeches, and one of those speeches at the end, we only hear the last part of that speech. But to be honest, dude, your speeches are terrible if I can be honest. But anyways, Team Plasma will use its knowledge and technology to take Kyurem's true power to its absolute limit and freeze the Unova region. The terrified people and Pokemon will bow at Team Plasma's, no, at my feet. Wow, usually in, villain stories, the villain would, accidentally reveal that they only care about themselves, but then stop themselves and be like, hey, I'm doing this for the benefit of all of us, not just me. This guy over here is just showing just how evil he is. First, he's saying that, at Team Plasma's feet, no. Screw Team Plasma, they will be falling at my feet. Yeah, very evil of you gets his very evil. By the way, that's the name of this guy, but that has been revealed to us before as well. Kyurem is an empty being. The remnants of a certain Pokemon when it split into Reshiram and Zekrom. My desire is absolute rule of Unova. That's right, Kyurem will be the vessel into which my desires will be poured. Lord Getsis, Kyurem has been transferred. It's finally here. The wonderful era in which I am the absolute ruler of Unova has finally arrived. I'll let you take care of this. Wow. Shadow Triad's ability to yoink Pokemon out of existence is really crazy, huh? But anyways, for all of the crap this guy's been talking about his sister's Purloin, yeah, look at this one. Wait, you're one of the Shadow Triad, right? Tell me about the Purloin that was stolen in Aspersia. Oh yeah, I remember I skipped this dialogue in the early part of this episode. But yeah, one of the ex-Team Plasma members tell Hugh over here that, one of his, one of the Shadow Triads were the ones who actually stole his sister's Purloin. Very well, this might be it. There you go, guys. That's our rival's freaking Purloin or Liepard at this point. That was stolen from his sister. I stole this Pokemon 5 years ago in Aspersia. So it seems likely that it is the Pokemon you're talking about. But now it only listens to my commands. Such is the fate of Pokemon that are trapped in Pokeballs. Okay, don't mess with me. That's someone else's Pokemon. Ah, I feel sorry for Pokemon. They're ruled by Pokeballs and the whims of their trainers. Lord Getsis spoke of Pokemon liberation 2 years ago, simply for his own ambitions, but if his plan had succeeded, many Pokemon would have been saved. This Liepard, well, you knew it as Purloin. If it had been released, it might have returned to you. Well then, you there, I won't let you interfere with Lord Getsis' plans. And yeah, now we have to deal with this guy while our rival is just in shock that, he finally did it. He achieved his life's goal. He found his sister's Purloin. Oh well, not really. His sister's Purloin is now a freaking Liepard, but yeah, I would say that's a bonus in my opinion, dude. Also, by the way, my guy, you plan to beat me and yet you have not evolved this Pawniard? Like, come on, man, what are you doing? Oh yeah, by the way, another thing I forgot to mention is that, while I was fighting those Stooges to find the key card, Magnezone leveled up and learned Discharge, so we no longer have to click freaking, what do you call it? Okay, 55. Okay, I was a little bit skeptical whether I was faster or not, but I hope this should just one-hit KO, right? Or if not, Discharge has a 30% move chance to paralyze. Okay, my god, Sword Stance, huh? I really hope Absol doesn't have anything like superpower or something like that, but anyways. Okay, never mind. Quick Claw was completely useless, but Magnezone is faster. Okay, well, that's pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie, Absol is definitely a Pokemon that I would say is a lot fast, or like, a lot slower than it looks like, if I can be honest. I always thought Absol would be a pretty fast Pokemon, but no, it's not. But anyways, okay, so now that we have murdered this trainer's Pokemons, also, my god, Magnezone is also about to hit the level cap for the Elite Four, huh? Okay, well, that definitely is not very cool, but anyways. But yeah, now we have to deal with these two stooges as well before we can finally fight Getsis. So anyways, let's start with the freaking U, I suppose. Although I'm not sure how many Pokemon these guys have, if I can be honest. Let's see. So the previous one had 3. Okay, all of these guys, I think, have 3 Pokemon. Okay, well, that's pretty annoying, but what can you do, I suppose? Okay, so if Magnezone was faster than Ponyard, I'm going to guess Heracross is definitely faster as well. Also, my god, I only plan to click Close Combat, so I guess I can only use Heracross for this one trainer, huh? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even using Work Up anymore. I should probably just replace it with Brick Break so that I don't have to actually, like, be clicking Mega Horn in situations where I don't want to. Okay, Bayonet. I want to say that my Mega Horn probably KOs this thing even though it resists it. But let's just be smart about this and, yeah, switch to Ferrothorn. Although I'm not gonna lie, Bayonet, yeah, that's what I thought. It probably is going for Will-O-Wisp because this damn thing probably does not learn anything else. By the way, Cybertron moment right there. Dude just missed 3 Will-O-Wisps in a row. I know, Cybertron actually missed 3 Will-O-Wisps in a row, which is quite the infamous story, so I guess I could talk about that while this... Okay, well, this guy's not Cybertron because he did not miss 3, he only missed 2. If you don't know the story of Cybertron, Cybertron was a professional VGC player back in the day, and yeah, so he was playing in VGC 2013, I believe, and there, what happened is that he was using, I think it was a Chandelure that was trying to use Will-O-Wisp, and yeah, Cybertron clicked Will-O-Wisp 3 times, and my god, this move missed all 3 times. And you can literally see the clip. Cybertron is literally screaming in pain from the Will-O-Wisp accuracy over there. And yeah, unfortunately, I think Cybertron was in the semi-finals of a national tournament in that particular competition, and yeah, he lost because of those 3 Will-O-Wisp misses. But the funny thing, and why this particular moment is so memorable about Cybertron, is that Pokemon Company looked at that match and were like, okay, you know what, Will-O-Wisp is probably too inaccurate. Let's just buff its accuracy from 75 to 85 starting from Gen 6. And that's the funny thing about the Cybertron incident, that, it took a player missing Will-O-Wisp freaking 3 times before Pokemon finally decided, okay, you know what, we should probably do something about this. But anyways, I think Cybertron has already been tormented by pretty much every PokeTuber because, yeah, this is a very popular story. So I would be genuinely surprised if you didn't know about this one. But yeah, that's some Pokemon trivia right there for you. That Will-O-Wisp is an unreliable move, especially in Gen 5, because that's what the VGC 2013 was all about. I think it was the last VGC tournament for Gen 5, because from 2014, we had the Gen 6 tournament started. But anyways, okay, I only have 2 close combats. So this guy also has 3 Pokemon. Well, that's kind of it, I guess. Okay, who has the XP share again? Wait, is nobody holding the XP share? Why is nobody holding the XP share? What the heck? Okay, my god, no wonder my Pokemon are leveling up so fast. I guess I'll just give it to Chandelure. Chandelure really doesn't have a very good matchup against Team Plasma for the most part because of its ghost typing, but oh well. Not that too big of a deal when I have so many Pokemon that do well against dark types. But anyways, okay. Let's see what this dude has in store for us. Hopefully he only has 1 or 2. But yeah, I thought so. It probably is 3 Pokemon. So here's the thing. I could try and risk Mega Horn on this pony, and I'm pretty sure Mega Horn would kill this thing as well. But if Mega Horn misses, Pawniard can click a move called Aerial Ace, which could be a 1-hit KO on my Heracross, if I can be honest. But anyway, let's see if that's enough. Okay, that's still not, slow enough for Pawniard to outspeed my Heracross. That's pretty cool. But anyways, okay, so I think I probably still would have to switch Heracross out anyway because... although I guess I might be faster than this thing, right? Yeah, okay. I can at least murder their Pawniards, which I think, I think this thing does know Aerial Ace. But the reason why it's clicking Scary Face is because if the AI does not see a kill on your Pokemon, it would always go for the speed control option, if it has it, of course. Okay, Exceligor. I don't know. I think Exceligor does run Psychic, but...
No, God!
Oh, wait.
No, God, please,
no!
no!
I might lose my
No!
Heracross here because, yeah, I just realized what, me first is.
No!
Okay, never freaking mind. I lost Heracross over. I should have switched. I didn't even think that Exceligor would go for that, if I can be honest. But, oh well, that's what I get for becoming sloppy. So I guess I'm ending this episode with a freaking death at the very end. Okay, well, that doesn't really feel very good, if I can be honest. But, I guess Heracross had lived his usefulness out completely. Maybe. I'm not too sure, if I can be honest. But, Gola, that's kind of sad. But, oh well. Not much I can do at this point rather than just move on because we are pretty close to the end of the game at this point. But anyways, okay, and with that, yeah, that's all of the, Team Plasma ship. Hey, these nuts. If we let Team Plasma do whatever they want, there'll be more sad Pokemon like Purloin and Kyurem. Yeah, and just like me as well, sad person who just lost their freaking Pokemon right at the, end part of Team Plasma's storyline. Okay, never mind, dude. That was a pretty major loss, if I can be honest. I don't know if I would have used Heracross for the Elite Four, but yeah, still feels pretty bad. But anyways, I guess I'm ending this episode on that sad note anyways. So yeah, if you guys like what you see, then be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And in the comment section, yeah, you tell me your opinions about my chances against the Getsis fight because, yeah, spoiler alert, it's actually a pretty hard fight, if I can be honest. Probably one of the hardest fights in this game, but... yeah, do let me know your opinions on that. But other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I hope to see you all in the next one.